Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe, like, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest political breakdowns. What you're about to hear today is a detailed, tension-filled analysis of a dramatic political showdown that has South Africa talking. Trust me, you'll want to stay with me all the way to the end. South Africa's political landscape has weathered many storms, internal battles, ideological splits, factional wars, reshuffles, betrayals. But very few moments have shaken the nation quite like the unexpected, tense political friction brewing between President Cyril Ramaphosa and former President Thabo Mbeki. It's a clash many never thought they'd see. A clash between two ANC titans. A clash between two visions of leadership. A clash that could redefine the future of the party, and perhaps the entire country. Today, we break down how this power struggle began, why tensions are rising now, and what this means for the ANC's future, South Africa's stability, and the country's next elections. Stay with me, the deeper we go, the more unsettling the picture becomes. On the surface, Ramaphosa and Mbeki have long projected professionalism and unity. But behind closed doors, according to analysts, insiders, and observers, their relationship has been strained for years. Why? Because they represent two very different eras of ANC leadership. Mbeki *** the intellectual, policy-driven technocrat. Ramaphosa *** the negotiator, the consensus builder, the modern image reformist. Both command influence. Both still attract loyal supporters. And both, at different times, have been seen as the solution to the ANC's internal problems. So when reports of growing disagreements began circulating sharply over the past months, it immediately sent shockwaves through both political circles and the public. Analysts point to three critical pressure points that have escalated the tension. The ANC is facing one of its most challenging eras. Declining voter support, corruption scandals, internal sabotage, financial problems, and ideological rifts. Thabo Mbeki, who still frequently critiques the party's behavior, has repeatedly raised concerns about the ANC losing its moral center. Ramaphosa's camp, however, interprets some of these critiques as direct challenges to the president's leadership. The biggest point of contention. Who truly shapes the ANC's future, ***. For months, political commentators have whispered about internal groups urging Mbeki to step in as a stabilizing elder, while others insist Ramaphosa is already the stabilizer. This dynamic has fueled speculation about a behind-the-scenes power tug-of-war. South Africa's history shows that former presidents still wield influence, sometimes quietly, sometimes very visibly. But this is the first time in years where two presidents, past and present, appear to be pulling in different directions at a critical moment for the party. The political tension reportedly escalated when both sides began pushing different approaches to ANC renewal. One camp views Ramaphosa as too slow, too cautious. Another views Mbeki as too outspoken, too critical of the party at a delicate time. And then came the moment that changed the tone. Analysts note that Mbeki's public comments about questionable leadership choices within the ANC were interpreted, correctly or incorrectly, as a direct swipe at Ramaphosa. Ramaphosa supporters responded behind the scenes. This created a wave of political electricity so strong that every media house, every analyst, every faction began paying attention. Everything. And I don't say that lightly. This isn't just a personal disagreement. This is the kind of political friction that could split the ANC into deeper factions, affect the national election outcome, influence policy direction, determine who controls the party machinery, shape the country's leadership for the next decade. This is why South Africans are watching with anxiety, and why every new development feels like it could spark a political earthquake. Political analysts are divided. Some say Mbeki's involvement could stabilize the party. Others fear it could worsen factionalism. But one thing is clear. This is the closest South Africa has seen to a presidential power struggle within the ANC in many years. And the tension is rising. Day by day. Meeting by meeting. Statement by statement. This is where things get nerve-wracking, because nobody knows. There are three possible future scenarios analysts are discussing. The two leaders negotiate, settle differences, and reshape the ANC's direction together. If tensions grow, the ANC could face its most intense internal fight since the Zuma years. Some factions might push for dramatic leadership changes, creating a political storm. South Africans are watching anxiously, wondering, will this power struggle destabilize governance? Will it push the ANC into deeper division? Will it influence reforms, policy decisions, or election strategies? Or could this clash ultimately strengthen the party by forcing it to confront its internal problems? No matter the outcome, one thing is undeniable. This is one of the most tense, unpredictable, and historic political standoffs South Africa has seen in years. And it's far from over. If you found this breakdown useful, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment below with your thoughts. This story is unfolding fast. And I'll be here to unpack every twist, every statement, every strategic move as it happens. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next explosive update. Because trust me, things are only getting started.